contract legal in a pig's eye?
It's got Timmy's signature on it.
But Timmy is a doll. Look.
I grant you it's weird, Tabitha, but stranger things have stood up in a court of law.
Now listen to me, Miss Dwyer. That contract isn't worth the paper
You know, I was more than skeptical when I came here, but you've made me a convert. I believe now that you really are the sorceress you claim to be.
Give me that contract.
And Timmy is your other persona, your nom de plume. Whatever. All I know is the doll is a great gimmick, and with all the dirt you have on the families in Harmony, your memoirs are going straight to the top of the bestseller list.
Not if they're not printed, they're not.
I assure you, Timmy's signature on the contract is as valid as yours. There's not a thing you can do to keep us from publishing. What is that?
That's my friends in the basement. They don't want my memoirs published either.
Your friends don't know who they're dealing with. It's as good as published.
Would you like to meet my friends in the basement? You should meet my friends, Miss Dwyer.
The ones in the basement.
Yes. Oh, you're so persuasive, I know that you could convince them that it would be all right for me to have my memoirs published.
But a moment ago, you were dead set against it. Why the 180? What changed your mind?
Well, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. And if that contract is legal, you'll publish my book no matter what, right?
Come hell or high water.
Come hell, yes. Well, I can't argue with that.
Good girl. Excuse me. Hello? You should be one very happy publisher. Signed, sealed, and delivered. But there is one thing. You know the person who first called about the manuscript? Timmy? He is a doll. Well, not exactly. Tabitha uses Timmy as her other persona. That's right. She was pretending to be Timmy. There's also something a tad weird about our Miss Lennox. Actually, more than a tad. She calls herself a sorceress.
Tabitha can't take her to the basement. She'll disappear just like the tax man.
It's either her or us, Timmy. If my memoirs are published, it'll come out that I'm a witch. And then you and I will end up on alien autopsy. I've got to find a way to get her into that basement.
My publisher, your publisher, is thrilled. Knows it will be an enormous success. I mentioned your friends in the basement, and she insisted I interview them. Thinks it might be a new angle for the book.
Oh, what an excellent idea. Come this way, dear. Come along.
Your friends sure are raucous.
Oh, yes, they're quite the little devils. Wait for you to meet my friends. You're in for the thrill of a lifetime.
I'd love to discuss your memoirs with them. I'm sure they'll be delighted we're going to publish them. Unless they're friends of the Cranes, of course. You gave that family a real roasting.
Oh, yes, my friends love a good roast.
And the Russells and the Bennets. You really dropped the hammer on them.
But I only told the truth.
All that steamy stuff about Sam and Ivy, how they met, their wild affair. Sam Bennett's wife will go poster when she reads this.
Yes, well, one does one's best.
You have to forgive me if I have dollar signs in my eyes, but I just see John and Joan Q. Public eating this up. The money's going to pour in.
Tabitha? Tabitha, are you in?
Times. Oh, how lovely to see you, Grace.
Well, Tabitha, I'm sorry to stop by at such a late time in the evening, but I saw your lights were on and
Well, I just took this fresh batch of Christmas cookies out of the oven.
Oh, well, they smell heavenly. How terribly sweet of you. Well, thank you so much, Grace. Good night.
Grace Bennett, Sam's wife?
Have we met?
No, but I know a lot about your husband.
Really?
And you.
Like what?
Sam Bennett's involvement with Ivy Crane.
What?
It's all in a potentially blockbuster bestseller.
What are you talking about? Oh, the youth camp. You're referring to Ivy and Sam setting that up together.
Camp? Is that where they met?
Met?
Oh, gossip flies around our little town, fast and furious. Everyone's heard about Sheridan Crane's will. Oh, that was immediate grace for the rumour mill.
Here it is. Your husband and Ivy Crane.
I don't understand.
I'll read it to you. Wait.
No, I'll
not
take
this
care of
page.
that, thank you very much.
Won't you relax? The moment that hits the bookstores, everyone will know everything.
Tabitha, you've written a book?
Oh, there is nothing really. I just jotted a few things down.
And her jottings are going to turn into the book of the year.
And there's references to my husband there?
Sam is chief of police and a heroic figure in Harmony. He's performed such daring do.
Yeah. Sam is a hero. Right now, he's on a very dangerous rescue mission. In fact, there's really nothing for me to do but wait.
Oh, you poor brave soul. Why don't you just go home and take a nice long hot bath?
Tabitha, sounds like your pipes are acting up again.
Well, I've learned to live with them.
You know, if Sam were here, he'd have them fixed in a jiffy.
Oh, well.
You know, maybe I should take a look at them.
No. Take care.
Oh, well, I didn't know you were a do-it-yourselfer.
Oh, well, after a fashion, yes. I know how temperamental those pipes are, and after all these years, I've learned that I'm the only one who can really fix them.
Okay, well, if you say so. You know, it just... Tabitha, earlier tonight I had this really awful premonition of evil.
Awful for you.
And the thing is that it was close by, and I just felt compelled to come over here.
In the book, Grace gets psychic vibes too.
I guess I felt I had to come here because I was worried about you.
Oh, you're such a good neighbor, Grace, always popping in to check up on me.
Well, Tabitha, you know, it's the least I can do. In fact, what are you doing for Christmas Eve? Yeah, I want you to come over and spend it with the family, you know? Me.
That's really sweet of you, Grace, but
Not a single but. You're spending it at our house, you and Timmy. You know, it was nice to meet you. Good night.
Night. What are you looking at?
Mrs. Bennett, Grace seems to believe evil is nearby.
That she does?
And if her vibes are right, maybe you're not putting on an act after all. Maybe there are weird things going on in here. Supernatural things. And if you really are a witch, sorceress. You know, on second thought, I think I'll skip the meeting with your buddies in the basement.
Good move.
Is that a doll? Is that thing for real?
What do you think?
I think it's about time for me to take off. Here's the advance. I'm sure you find it more than adequate. Deal's a deal. We'll go to press immediately, have the book in stores and all over the internet by mid-January. You are about to become a star, Tabitha.
That's what I was afraid of.
Got Big Martimmy in his hands. He's got La Martimmys in his hands. He's got Big Martimmy in his hands. He's got a big fat check in his hands.
I'm finished. I'm done for. When my memoirs hit those bookshelves, I'll be hunted, hounded by the same goody-goodies who've been after me for centuries.
Why not, Princess? Tim isn't worried. He knows you'll find a way to outsmart everyone.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Tim.
And hey, even if it doesn't work out, at least Timmy and Toad will go down with martinis in their hands and smiles on their faces.